My name is Elizabeth Meeks. I'm currently a senior pharmaceutical sales rep living on St. Simons Island, Georgia. St. Simons is a wonderful place to live. It's an hour north of Jacksonville, Florida, and 1 hour south of Savannah, Georgia. I like it because I enjoy laying on the beach, riding with my friends on my bike, and reading my nook in the sun. I live there with my 2 furry babies, an extremely mischievous Bichon by the name of Chloe, and a 3-legged border collie named Gabriel, because I just insist that he has wings under his fur. I didn't grow up on St. Simons. I actually grew up about an hour and a half west of here in a very obscure Georgia town by the name of Douglas. The only reason anyone would ever know that name is because my friend Jennifer Nettles with Sugarland and I grew up there together. But just to give you an idea, it's an hour from the nearest interstate, 2 hours from a decent mall, and ladies, please don't wear your good shoes when you want to eat, because fine dining is considered a steak on a paper plate as you watch your meal walk by. And if it rains, it's on a dirt road, so your shoes are going to get messed up. Didn't really work out so well for me on prom night in my satin shoes. Well, I better take a seat just to give you a little bit of my background as far as sales and theater. Growing up in Douglas, there really was not an opportunity for myself or anyone else to have theatrical instruction, much less vocal instruction. But I was so blessed because I had a mom and dad that always told me they wanted me to be able to fit into any social setting and feel comfortable. So I developed a love for all genres of music. I fell in love with Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra, Bach and Puccini, but I just knew that one day I was going to be Barbra Streisand. We even had the same birthday, and that was just a sign for me. Well, I got very familiar with the card catalog at the library, and I checked out books on how to sing correctly, on vocal, how to breathe, and how to speak in public, and I worked on it at home because I believed if you're going to do something, you need to do it the right way. I became involved in community theater in high school, and then as a senior, I entered my first pageant. It was a preliminary for the Miss America system, and I won talent at Miss Georgia. It paid for my first year of college. From there, I auditioned for a theater company, and I was given the role of Huddle in Fiddler on the Roof. I was Mrs. Malloy's ingenue in Hello Dolly, which, you know, that just did it for me because that was that much closer to being like Barbara. And then that summer, a recruiter from Valdosta State University came and observed me, liked what they saw, and I was offered a full scholarship in music and theater. I went to Valdosta State University, but I decided to use my artistic abilities in a different way. I became a teacher. I decided to use music and theater with my children, and it was so rewarding. But financially, I was broke. So I decided to become a Mary Kay consultant. I had been involved in stage makeup, and I had a mom that owned a Merle Norman growing up. So my first 4 months, I earned my first free career card. In 5 months, I became a sales director, generating over $75,000 in sales with 60 women on my team. I spent my days teaching my kindergartners, and I spent my nights teaching skincare, product knowledge, marketing, sales, Stephen Covey's 4 quadrants of time management. It was great. But McGraw-Hill had heard about me, and they needed a facilitator. So I interviewed for the job, and I became a facilitator for McGraw-Hill Publishing Company. I traveled the Southeast, training teachers in large-level district trainings. I worked with administration. I also did sales for Breakthrough to Literacy. It was great, another rewarding experience. But like each of you know, change is the only thing we can count on in life. And they decided to make us contract employees. Well, that's how I became a pharmaceutical rep. Most people that go into pharmaceuticals, it takes them about 3 years. 187 people had applied for my position, but 188 was the magic number, and that was mine. I interviewed and I was hired the next week. I am currently in the top 10% of the nation for my hypertensive drugs. I am in the top 17% of the nation for my type 2 diabetic drugs, as well as hyperlipidemia. So with that said, you're probably thinking, well, Elizabeth, if you have such a fabulous job, why do you want to work for QVC? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that my mama's brothers, sisters, aunt and uncle Susie and Bob all love QVC, because I would be lying. My family doesn't watch it, or didn't. But last October, I had gotten sick and I had to stay at home. I'm used to going all the time, driving 1,200 miles a week, and I was losing my mind. I happened to turn on the television and QVC was on. And immediately, I felt like I had an old friend. The hosts were knowledgeable and friendly, and everybody that called in just were so excited to be talking to these people. It filled a void for me. And then I ordered the product, and I didn't have to go buy my skincare anymore. I didn't have to go get my clothes anymore after work. They were showing up on my front steps, and Christmas was completely taken care of. In this economy, you can't beat easy pay with no interest. So that's why I want to be a host for QVC. Mary Kay once said that whether you're dealing with people in a personal setting or you're dealing with people professionally, you should always pretend they're wearing a sign that says, "Make me feel special." And that's what QVC did for me. I want to be a part of that family, and I want to do the same thing for other people. Now, what I'm asking you is, I'm asking you to give me the opportunity to show you what I offer QVC in person. I am very results oriented. I'm driven, I'm motivated, I'm enthusiastic, and anybody will tell you I am a great communicator and I'm passionate about everything that I do. So with that said, when I get finished with my 2 sales demonstrations and you viewed them, I look forward to talking to you. I look forward to working with those of you that are watching this and are with QVC each day. I thank you, and I think this is going to be a great journey for all of us. Good morning and welcome to the Q. I guess I should probably say happy Friday for those of you that are off of work or maybe just enjoying your morning. I'm so excited that you're able to join me today. My name is Elizabeth Meeks, and I am your host this morning. Now, ladies, here's what I need you to do. I want you to make sure that you get a really good cup of coffee, or maybe even some tea. I want you to get all snuggled up in your robe or your running suit. Get seated in the most comfortable place that you can find, because this morning we have some amazing deals for you. Everything that you see today on Morning on the Q with Elizabeth is going to be on Easy Pay. Now, ladies, that's remarkable because it's going to be able to fit into your budget. Here's the even best part. If there's something you see today that you just think is so amazing, you want to buy it as a Christmas present? Well, guess what? If you send it to that friend for Christmas or that family member and it's not just what you think they want, or they tell you it's the wrong size, you can return it to the Q until January 2014. Use it, try it, wear it, look at it, wear it out, and if it's not for you, we'll always take it back. So let's get started. Well, the first thing that we have today is from designer Lori Goldstein. You know, Lori Goldstein is one of the most well-known designers that are out right now. With everyone that you see on the red carpet, she's dressing them. We have been so fortunate to have Lori come into QVC and design for us. Now, about 2 months ago, one of our today's special values was actually an asymmetrical cotton cashmere sweater. It's the one that you see that I'm wearing. The beauty of her designs is that regardless of your age, regardless of where you are in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, 50s, your 60s, Lori's things are going to work for you. Because if you're like me and you tend to hold a little here in the middle, or maybe on the sides, or maybe right here in your derriere, she's going to take care of those. Because as you see the way that I'm wearing the oatmeal of the asymmetrical cotton cashmere sweater of Lori's, it has a nice V in the front, so it elongates you. It makes me look thinner at the top, but yet it hides those uglies that I really don't want people to see. So if you want to take a look, we are out of 2 of our colors so far, but today we have wineberry. Now, ladies, this is one of the biggest colors for fall. Wineberry is going to be the color that you're looking for to go with your equestrian boots. You can do like I've done with the oatmeal, put it on with a faux leather skirt, maybe some booties, do a shoe boot. You could also do heels with it, dress it up, dress it down. You'll notice whether it's in the black, whether it's in the wineberry, or if it's in the oatmeal. What Lori has done with this is she's giving it a sleek, chic slouchiness to it, but yet a classiness. Because not only is it going to make you look thinner, but it gives you the outside seaming on it. So as you can see, it gives it a bit of an edginess. Contrary to regular cashmere, what Lori has done is making it 95% cotton is making the top very breathable. So you're not going to get warm if you're having those personal summers. Also, with the 5% cashmere, it's the softness that we're looking for, but you're not going to have the peeling that you normally find with cashmere. And in just a moment, hold on, I have an update. Okay, we started the morning with 800 in the oatmeal. We're down to 250. So ladies, please make sure that you're looking at the bottom of your availability screen. Green is going to be go. You've got it. We have it in your size. Yellow is going to be slow down. We're running out. And red means stop. And we're now down to 145 in the oatmeal. And we only have 300 left in the wineberry. So ladies, please make sure the phone lines are very busy. Make sure you get online with that. If you have it on your iPad, get the app. And last of all, if you're looking for the layers, we have logo layers. We have the black to go with it. There is always the truffle, which has been an amazing color. It keeps selling out. And then of course the one that I'm wearing is the pearl. So it still has that sharp bite hem. Now please make sure that you call in. And last but not least, we're looking at $29.99 for 2 easy pays. Shipping and handling is going to be cut in half when you buy more than one. And don't forget, you can always add your Jilly leather jacket to it. It comes in black and it comes in brown. So you can dress it up, dress it down, and give yourself that motorcycle look that is so in. All right, ladies, get on the phones. Let's get started. And we're going to move into our other value today with Perricone Facial Moisturizer. Good morning. It's Elizabeth Meeks again, hosting your Mornings on the Q. You know, I was just thinking, any of you ever remember Lionel Richie when he used to sing the song Easy? Was it Easy on Sunday morning? But instead it's Easy on Friday morning? Because I told you, ladies, that I had some amazing deals for you today, and I do. And you're just about to look at some creations that I actually made myself for the holidays. How many times have you heard the saying, you never get a chance to make a first impression twice? Well, not only is that true with your skincare, like when we were talking about Dr. Perricone's moisturizer, or with your clothing, because everybody loves logo, but it's with your home too. Now, when people come up to your home with the holidays upon us, I want you to think, do you want them to walk up to your front door and be like, all right, ring the doorbell? Or would you like people to get out of their cars, walk up to your home and go, oh my goodness, her house looks amazing. His house looks phenomenal. Wow, I can't wait to see what it looks like inside. Well, probably most of you feel that way. We all want our homes to look so good for the holidays. So what I've came up with are some wreaths, and they're going to be on auto delivery, so you're going to get one for each season, and you're actually getting $75 off of each wreath. Let's start with the Halloween. So, I was thinking that I wanted to bring something to our viewers at QVC that was festive, an eye-catcher, something that when you call that number, when you get on your iPad, that you're buying with confidence, knowing that when your relatives or when your neighbor next door is looking at your house, wanting what you have, they're wanting your wreath. So, let's take a look at the one we have for October. This is our Halloween wreath. You'll notice that the detail is very intricate. It has multiple colors in it, but also it has the depth and dimension of 3D. When you put this on your door, not only during the day when the lights are off, is the color going to catch people's eye. But if you take a look here, we have the witch's hat, the mask, kind of like Jill Bauer's husband that just loves Halloween. Jill's already told me she has to have one of these. And then of course at the bottom, if the shoe fits. Now this wreath will fit your average front door. It's not going to be too large. It's going to fit where you can open the door and shut the door without having any issues. It can also be hung on the outside of a glass storm door if you happen to have those, because that's what I have to do with mine at home. This wreath originally, when it was all put together, was going to cost about $350. And I said, there is absolutely no way that we are going to ask our viewers that are so faithful and loyal to spend that on a wreath. So let's go back, see what we can do. Let's do a little tweaking and come back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we have for you today. This wreath, originally starting at $350, is only going to cost you $175 today. Now, $175 is going to be broken into 3 easy payments, and your shipping and handling will be included if you do auto delivery. You're only going to pay shipping and handling one time, just once. So looking at this, can you imagine what it's going to be like when people come by your house, when the moms and dads are driving by with their children and their costumes and you're handing out candy? Everyone's going to want a wreath like you. Now, moving along, we know that October is going to pass us by. So if you look, this is actually item number A681905. And there is a wreath hanger once you call the telephone line and you order this. Make sure you tell them if you want auto delivery, because let me tell you, if you do individual purchase, you're only going to get one. But if you do auto delivery and you say, you know, I just don't think I want the next one, you can cancel anytime. But if you don't do auto delivery, you're not going to get the next 2. So make sure when you're on the phone, you let them know you want auto delivery, and make sure you tell them if you want the carrier for your wreath for protection afterwards, because we do have one of those. And in just a few moments, I think, you know, Robert, can you get me the number for the cover that goes for the wreath so that we can make sure they have those? All right, I'm going to make sure I get that for you in just a few minutes. Now, moving right along to the next season, after you have this one in October, when November comes along, your fall wreath is going to be here. You know, this is a time of harvest. It's a time of family. You think back to the Pilgrims and the Mayflower and the very first Thanksgiving. They were working together, the Native Americans and the Pilgrims, to make life so much better and easier. It's a time of love and joy with your family. And that's what this wreath is going to signify. It has pieces of pumpkins and like the cornucopia inside of it. It's also got the fall leaves and even pieces of the pine cones with it. Ladies, this wreath has so much beauty to it and so much love that you can bring to your home. So this is going to be the next one that you get on auto delivery. It is going to be the same price broken into 3 easy payments. And once again, if you get auto delivery on this shipment, your shipping is going to be free and included. In a few minutes, we're going to take a caller. Actually, we're going to... Hi, Sue. How are you doing? Sue, are you there? Are you there? I think we lost her. but hopefully she'll give us a call back. Because last year, I think she had bought one of our wreaths from last year. So we'll see if she gives us a buzz back about this year's. Now, last but not least, when, Frosty the Snowman is coming to town and Rudolph's red nose is just beeping red and you're running crazy because you're not sure what you're going to cook for all the relatives that are coming into town, and you're still trying to get all your presents bought, and you're not wanting to go to the big brick store because you want to make sure you buy from the queue. It's easier that way. You're going to get your Christmas wreath. And this, of course, is going to be your winter festive wreath that, of course, has the real ornaments on it. Now, this is not the real balsam wreath. It's not real, because the goal that I was reaching for with this was that you're going to be able to use this year after year. So you can see there is the jolly old Saint Nick coming to town. We've got Frosty inside of that one, and everybody knows that he gets cold, so of course he needs a scarf. Then we've got red mistletoe. We've got a little bit of silver in there, so whether your house is red or silver, or you've got the poinsettia in there, which actually, did you know that the poinsettia is actually a warm weather plant that started for Las Posadas in Mexico? I used to teach that to my kindergartners, but that's for another day and another time. But last but not least, ladies, and gentlemen, this is your Christmas wreath. And if you'll please make sure that you are watching your availability guide. We are down to 95 of the wreaths. So this is last call. This is last call on the Halloween wreath and auto delivery. So please make sure you're placing your orders now. So this is going to be your Christmas one. Quick review. We've got your Halloween wreath, you've got your fall wreath, and of course your Christmas wreath. Shipping and handling, one time, 3 easy pays. I can't wait to hear some of your great reviews from this. Please get on my Facebook. It's elizabethmeeks@QVC.com. Please give me a buzz. Let me know what's going on, and we can chat back and forth about it. I look forward to hearing from you, and have an awesome morning.